Okay, so I just released my first podcast. My name is Josh. I go by Jay. And the concept behind my podcast is to talk about what's really going on. Brand new nonprofits popping up, social issues that are near and dear to my heart, uh, helping those understand that yes, it is okay to donate. It is okay to put forth your time. Now, what the reason I'm doing a series on Wildlife Parks Unlimited is due to the fact that it is my grandfather's nonprofit. I worked in broadcasting before, and just getting back into a mood where I want to broadcast and talk about these issues, talk about what's going on, talk about the social constructs of conservation is important to me. Now, the reason it's important to me is because due to the fact that I love nature. I love being outdoors. I love animals. I am just finally refining my focus on this. So, a little background into who I am is I began my broadcasting journey through a nonprofit in Santa Fe, New Mexico called Warehouse 21 through their teen arts program. And the radio program was called the original Ground Zero. Now, it was Ground Zero radio. However, 9/11 happened and it got rebranded as the original Ground Zero. It the person who brought me in was a martial arts buddy. His name was Eric. Mad shout out to you, Eric. I appreciate you. I appreciate Harmony and everybody who was involved in original Ground Zero at that time. Now, a few years down the road, I ended up finding a job with American General Media out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. They had a couple stations in Santa Fe. Ended up getting a board operator's position. However, that lasted about 3 weeks of, hey, we're transitioning from being a American General Media owned station to a brand new broadcasting company called Hutton Broadcasting, which they are still in business. Radio Santa Fe. I love them. Mad shout out to the Hutton family for doing that. And I spent a year there. I got burnt out. I moved. I took care of me. And now going on over almost 2 decades, I am deciding to come back and do a podcast. And this time it's not about the music for me. It's about talking about the issues that are going on, native issues, conservation issues, um, dog rescues, and I'm going to be calling out a lot of people, a lot. But I'm also going to bring attention to what needs to be done, especially with what's going on. Now, everybody's going to think I'm political. I'm not. I'm an independent. I see things straight down the middle. I see the right side, I see the left side. Left, right, sorry. I see both sides. I make an informed decision straight down the middle. I don't falter to one side or the other unless it really depends. However, I'm doing social issues that are near and dear to my heart, like native tribes without fresh water, um, powwows, just like natives out of the Pacific Northwest, Alaska, down the Canadian side of it, British Columbia, into Washington, Idaho, Oregon, California, where there are still a lot of native tribes and a lot of native people do migrate down. And everybody's like, oh, that's indigenous. Yeah, I get the concept. However, being a native myself, and I'm proud, I don't fall into that politically correct stuff. I'm going to say what comes to my heart. If you take offense to it, that's on you. However, I love my native generation. I love being native. And I am proud of it. So, any concept of what's going on during my podcast, I'm going to address these issues because there's a lot of youth out there and a lot of people that are like, oh, there's no problems there. Oh, let's ignore this. Now, go to powwows, have fun, donate to these kids that are having the time of their lives doing this. If you're in national parks, go learn about conservation, about animals, about nature. If you're running a rescue and there are people struggling, and there are, help them find resources to get animals to places that they can get homes. Don't ignore them. And the reason I'm doing this podcast this way and addressing these issues is for the love of what I love. Now that I'm back, and those who know me are going to realize that music artists will be involved, local, some national that I personally do know, and I think is awesome that they're still thriving in this, who love animals, who love wrestling, who love conservation, who want to help better the community. I want to build a community podcast, and I am trying to choose a name for my podcast. It'll take a few, but this is just where my concept is. So, if you're getting this far in my videos, I appreciate you. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button to my podcast. I will update it as much as I can while I'm doing my transition into getting to where I need to go. Anyways, so there'll be podcasts from my phone. There'll be podcasts from my computer. However, I'm going to sit here. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my night. And I hope everybody has a blessed holiday.